Hey, welcome to Simply Magnificent Black and Bold with Court. Thank you. So, as you see, we have an intro now. I actually wanted to say thank you to all the listeners and followers and everyone that has taken your time out to listen to the podcast and just join back into this episode. As I said, I do have the intro, so we're going to continuously grow and just build. So, like I said, this is the Simply Magnificent Black and Bold podcast with Court. So here we're here to talk about anything that is black, that is excellence, that brings the community together, that is just life. So this is our Black History Month episode, and I just want to say that you're in for a treat. So today, you're just getting me today, which is a great thing. And we'll be having some guests coming up in the future. I actually have some people that are have different entrepreneurs and different industries and occupations that will be coming. So please check us out in the future. But let me go ahead and get started. So, as I said, this is our Black History Month episode. So, Black History, this is 100 years in a celebrating Black history. Um, First of all I want to say is Black history is not just a month, it's a year, it's a lifetime. It's how you just live your life because you're Black. So I just wanted to highlight some Black entrepreneurs on this episode and just give some history and just talk and listen. And just give some updates and some things that's going on in the world. So, as I said, we're giving a tribute to different entrepreneurs. So the reason for Black History is to celebrate the past, whether it's civil rights. I know slavery is also one thing, but mostly like civil rights and like our ancestors, and just being in the present and enjoying who we are as um, Black people. No, we're not native to this land, but it's okay. We're making do. There are people that fought for us. You have like the Martin Luther King, Rosa Parks, and stuff like that. But you also have people that went to different HBCUs and that knocked down doors. That did you know that there was a um, actually a Miss USA that went to a HBCU. Did you know that a lot of comedians go to HBCUs? There are so many um, moments and reasons why there is Black history. Is it's your HBCUs, your civil rights activist movements, and things like that. But so some things that we do want to talk about is like leadership, like for Black History Month, it always took someone that is a leader to say, "Hey, I'm going to step out. I'm going to do this. I'm going to show that um, being Black isn't bad. Being Black is beautiful. Being Black is amazing. Being Black is just knowing that you can exist and you should exist, not having the imposter syndrome where it's like, oh, should I be here? Yes, you should be here. You should be in those doors making those six figures. You should be writing those books. You should be doing the art that you want to be. To be honest, you should be able to walk down the street and be okay and not have to fight for your life. That's what it is being Black. But Black, I want to just make sure you know that every day as a Black culture, we are shaping America. Like they want our culture from our locks to our look as from our hairstyles to our clothes to our shoes to our style to our music. It is always something that I feel that has shaped the American culture. It is the Black culture. And any of our listeners out there, definitely tap in if that's something that you think has shaped the culture of America. Like we are the culture that like we have the Jay-Z, the Beyoncés, the Keisha Coles, the everything. You have the Lil Boosie, you have Gucci Man, you have everything. And you even have, like, you have your Jill Scotts, you have your J. Cole's, you have your Ellen Mays, you have your look, the list can go on. You have your Lauryn Hills, you have your Luther Vandross, and all these artists sample off of these people. You have your Patti LaBelle's, you have your Anita Baker's. Like, you have the people that ground in music that's black. That's our history as well. But yeah, so like I said, just know your history. Um, and just black history is just fun to learn about. Like, that's what we also gonna talk about. So, like we said, this is just a free form of speech. So I'm just here to talk. So I just want to have a like explanation of why Black History Month exists. So Black History Month exists because America didn't want to celebrate us. And this is our way of showing that we deserve to be celebrated. We deserve to be heard and to show the fight that our past ancestors and we still fight today, being black. That's what it means. It means that America did not want to celebrate us. So we took it upon ourselves to celebrate our own selves by having a month where we celebrate our heritage, our ancestors, our culture, everything. But like we said, this month and every month, we celebrate us no matter what. Um, so with that, I just would like to say you basically need to make sure in the month of February you're celebrating yourself, your family. Go out to eat, go spend money at black restaurants, go shop at black places. Go go do some stuff, but go spend your money in black places where it is well deserved, where it's a um community place. So, um with some other things with black HBCU and black history, um a lot of people attended HBCUs that made history that we celebrate in Black history. So from HBCUs, you have your entrepreneurs, you have your engineers, you have your mathematics, you have your teachers, you have your counselors, you have your IT, you have your veterinarian, you have your doctors, you have your dentists, you have everything. Everything that we were not afforded the opportunity, we made it our way and made it our own. That's why HBCUs were created, because we were not accepted at these other schools. So, shout out to all the HBCUs out there. Um, we have in Virginia, shout out to Virginia State, Virginia Union, Norfolk State, Hampton. Especially shout out to Virginia State. Actually, we're gonna talk about Virginia State as there are some notable alumni that should be talked about in Black history and in just general. And yeah, but needless to say, all those HBCUs have played an important part in our history. You have like your Howard, your Hampton, like what George Washington Carver played an important role at both of those schools, at Hampton and Howard. And at those schools, you also have the birth of the D9. So with the birth of the D9 comes very heavy names like Reverend Jesse Jackson, Martin Luther King. Um, yeah, you have a lot of people, if they either went through the sorority or are, what does it say, notable members of the sorority or fraternity. Um, but you also feel that with the growth of HBCUs and D9s are always growing too. You always are having your spring and fall lines. That's growth. That is history in the making, because our founders, some of them, like if you know, you know, but you definitely will understand that our founders and our ancestors, we are their wildest dreams. Like some of us have exceeded their expectations. Like we have people that are presidents of like our CEOs of organizations, CEOs of companies, people that have started their own organizations. You have people that are presidents of universities. You have frat brothers that have whole organizations that cater to being a father. You have organizations of yeah, I have frat brothers that actually have organization that have businesses that take pictures, that do video, have some that do agriculture. That's awesome. That's awesome. You want because that's continuing the legacy of what we made as um black entrepreneurs and just black legacy and having that legacy. Um but for me, I'm gonna say I, I a lot of us that I talk about that went to like Virginia State, that notable alumni. We have a she was she was someone that was known for mathematics, and she worked and had collaboration on GPS technology. Her name is Gladys West. So I'm gonna say this: Virginia State has a great biology and math program. Um, so I attended the Virginia State University, founded in 1882, and I was a biology pre-med major. Um, and from there, I was able to grow and understand the science, technology, and to the point I was able to pivot into different industries. So, I do have my heart Virginia State, I love you because like the sciences and the math is very, and not just that, agriculture is a must, but also Virginia State has a big agriculture program as well. So shout out to ag ag all my ag alumni. Um but back to Gladys West, she had a great foundation. She laid a great foundation at Virginia State to that we were able to actually learn like, okay, this is the work that she put in. How are things that like technology? How can we better technology to the point we had different computer rooms and different technology. The school is growing also. That's the other thing. I'm going to say that my the current president of Virginia State, he's doing his thing. He's The technology is growing, the business program is growing, and actually the business program is actually one of the top business programs at HBCUs, which was laid foundation by Regional F. Lewis, which he is goes down in history for building one of the first black-owned billion-dollar companies. And he went to Virginia State. All of these people laid the foundation for many of us to grow and to have that stepping stone and knock down doors for us. So we just want to give a shout out to a couple of the alumni that did attend the Virginia State. So some other people that did go, like I said, US, what was it? Miss USA 2016. Um, Let me see. Let me check. Oh, Deshauna Bonner. She's actually a row. She was She's also a motivational speaker. I know she was in the army too. I actually went to school with her. She was there when we were around the same time. Um, you have like Wale went there. You have Two Chains went there too. Actually, Wale actually shouted out, well, talked about Coach Faison in one of his episodes, in one of his episodes from his recent album. So that's just a few notable people from Virginia State. But you have like, I'm gonna tell you this. I talk about Virginia State all the time. You're prideful for the school that you go to, and the pride that Virginia State has and it gave me is something that I feel like I can talk about to anybody. But I feel that also you have to give back so that your legacy lives on, but your school sees that, hey, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you, or I wouldn't have some things in life if it wasn't for you. So I encourage everyone that is listening, please join an alumni association, wherever you are. If it's even if it's you're back at your hometown, please join your alumni association. Give money. Let them know that you're there, that you care about your legacy at the school, and just not even just your legacy, but the legacy that your school has. So, like I will say, like here in Atlanta, we have the Virginia State Alumni Group, and I'm on the board, and we actually have a fun time. So, anybody here in Atlanta, please come out and join the chapter. We do community service. We give out scholarships. We actually just gave out two scholarships to two current Virginia State students. Shout out to them. They did videos. Um, they did videos and just explained why Virginia State was so important to them, what the scholarship would do to help them, and just how uh being a HBCU student has helped them grow into what they want to do. One was a biology major and one was an English major. So just remember, giving back to your school and giving back to your community is very important, because you just want to make sure that you're seen, and seen and heard. That's what we're all about. You just want to make sure you're always seen and heard, because if you don't stand up for yourself and know what you deserve, who else gonna do it for you? You know. Um, but with that, the alumni chapter, I urge y'all to join it. Um, Run and a lot of times they do have board members. You can run in the positions. What else we got going? Oh, so I'll give out some other shout out things. So the other things we got going out in the chapter, we actually will be doing a 5K, HBCU 5K. You know what? I'm gonna put some links in the chat, like put some links so y'all can come and basically run with us. Or even if you don't run with us, you can always donate. We're always taking donations. Um, you can run, you can donate. We have virtual run. You can also just hit me up. You know what? You can hit me up in the comments. Hit me up in the comments. And we could set up a donation or something like that if that's what you want to do. But to be honest, come out and participate. Get some exercise. It's about an hour of your day. It's in Piedmont Park. It's about giving back to your community and giving these scholarships and giving these babies some money to go back to school. Give them some book money. Give them some money for whatever they need. In this time, in this climate, a lot of school funding is getting cut. So it's very important that we give back to our youth so that they understand that it's that we care, that we see them, that we see that how hard they're working, and just let them know that they're there, that we're here too. But about that walk, that link will be in the bio. If you want to join the group will be in the bio. Shout out to everybody that's on the e-board. And just want to make sure you're also, like I said, be active in your community. If you are in your local community and you need somewhere to kind of do some community service, look online. There's always somewhere where you can do some community service. Just put in Google community service, and basically just go from there. You can sign up, you can do some other things, but community service is always there. And shout out to the D9s, because the D9s are out there. You have the most finer women of Zeta Phi Beta sorority incorporated. Shout out to 1920. And then you have my brothers of the Phi Beta Sigma fraternity incorporated. Shout out to 1914. But anyway, those Our two organizations that do have community service, scholarship, we have sisterhood, finding womanhood. And this month we actually have different programs that are going on in different organizations, whether it's a play for the little kids, or just simply shouting out different notable um, black people in the community. Men, women, just shouting them out. But here on our podcast, we're shouting out people. We're stay tuned for like on the Instagram, connect on the Instagram. There are just different things that's been going on in the community, how to get active. Actually, I just recently posted a post about getting active, getting right. Definitely have been trying to stay in the gym more consistently and trying to just be more healthy. So I just, been trying to do my thing. So, um, what else we got going on? So you got D9 stuff for Black History. You have your HBCUs. You want to get active in your community. So let's go to the next thing. As I said, this is Black History Month. If you don't know, now you will for sure know. This month, there have been so many albums that have come out. Music. You got Jill Scott, you got J. Cole, you got Ellen May. Like, that's just to name a few. Then you have your Ari Lennox, and then it's just like, okay. So you have your R&B, and then you have like Summer Walker dropped some tickets too. So a lot of concerts is dropping too for the springtime. So y'all got to get ready, okay? So, and this is all black people. So go support. Bruno Mars too. Go support. Buy your tickets. Wait, Bruno Mars. Yeah, I think he made the cut. But the two albums that I have been like on repeat for me is J. Cole and Jill Scott. Like both of those albums are like, I love J. Cole's The Fall Off. Like the two, like I have songs that I have on repeat. Like 2-6 is on repeat at the gym. Like on repeat. I've listened to that like 3 or 4 times. One time just walking on the treadmill. Some other ones is Who the Fuck You. Well, we'll beep it out, but like that song. Drum and Bass. That's one of my other favorite songs. And then on volume 2, I like Old Dog, The Villain, and then Only You. Those are two. Like I like. It's an album that I'm going to listen to, and I can listen through the whole thing, and it's just like, okay, cool, that's fire, because you always listen to it, and I always hear something different. Like he talks about how like his friend, somebody from back home was like actually his friend, and then he like ghosted him and didn't want to talk to him and stuff. But sometimes that does happen. No, it's not a good thing, but he talked about that story. He talks about just being like from the 2-6 and being in his Corolla. And then actually, if you follow him on social media, he's actually been going around in different places. Like I know he was at A&T. I know he pulled up at Norfolk State. I think he was somewhere here in Atlanta. And he's like driving around giving CDs, pictures. I know he went to Norfolk too. For sure I know he went to Norfolk because I saw him I saw he was at Norfolk State from like social. But if you haven't checked his album out, please go check it out on all platforms. Because I know it. Well, I had Tidal, so I listened to Tidal. Shout out Tidal. So they got some fire stuff up there too. If you want to, go ahead, get Tidal, get the Tidal app. It might be a little bit more money, but it is really good. You can get some good music that you haven't heard before, underground stuff. But J. Cole, The Fall Off, go listen. Okay. Now we're gonna switch over to Ari Lennox and Jill Scott. So Ari Lennox, I love her album, but I haven't listened to it the whole way through. Yeah, you can make whatever noise you want, but I definitely need to listen to it again and see, like, because I think I've only listened to maybe like the first 2 or 3 songs. Um, but I definitely am going to check it out so I can get that hers and LMA. But LMA's I like 100. Like that was one of my favorite songs. So I need to actually sit down and listen to these songs and check theirs out. But Jill Scott, her album, To Whom It May Concern, that album slap. That album was, I got that joint on repeat download, like on the car at the like Jill from Philly. I'm about to be like, tag you in this. I listen to that joint in the shower. I listen to the car. I listen to the gym. I listened to it before I started this podcast because I was just like, yo, like I'm feeling it because it's like a letter to different people, man. Like feeling different ways about different things that have happened in her life. That's like to the ancestors, to saying thank you to them, to say like, hey, you broke these doors down for us. Like one of the songs actually talks about, hey, you broke these doors down for us. You used to have to go in the back doors. I know it may not mean a lot to other people, but it mean a lot to me that I'm able to perform in front of multicultural people. Because back in the day, you was in the back door performing for only black people, and your tickets, you won't getting paid as much as they're getting paid now. But like with some of her songs, you definitely can feel what she's saying because you can hear her tone, you can hear you can just hear what she's saying, because it's just like, wow, sometimes, oh, she thought that, but I never say I would put it in the song, like, so it's a very good album. Some of the songs I like up there was called Deep Shit, Me For, Don't Play, North Side, and with Northside, it's an artist that's up there that's featured too, and her last name is Tierra Work. I think is the way you pronounce it. Wick, I think. Don't don't shoot me. I'm sorry if I pronounce it wrong. And then one of my favorite ones is Push 'em. That's actually on my last episode's flyer on Instagram. So if you want to check that out, go to the Instagram, and the video is actually there with the song. And you could actually see what we're talking about. Like it's it it's really good. It's a really good song, so I feel like we're gonna you know what? Since we about to end the episode, we're gonna go ahead and show it so you can hear it, and then we'll go from there. And then, yeah. So let's see what we can do. Can you hear it? No, you can't hear it. But the song is pretty lit. Um, and we just gonna play a little snippet of it on my actual phone so that we can head on out of the podcast. But check out the last episode of the podcast. I went and got my hair done. Um, but yeah, so we just gonna say thank you for coming to the podcast and showing some love, and we not like them. Whoa, whoa, oh, oh. That's it. That's all y'all get, because I ain't trying to get, oh, I'm not trying to get tagged. I'm not trying to get none of that. So thank you for coming to the podcast today. I hope you learned some information about some Black history. If you want to know some more, do we can definitely do another episode, just more information. So some further episodes we'll be having Brain back on. He actually has had a new album come out, so we'll have him come back. We'll have some people that have created jewelry, that create phone cases, makeup, maybe candles. I have somebody up here that wants to talk about education. She wants to start her own school. Actually, she's in the process of that. So We just gonna make this work. So thank you for joining the Simply Magnificent Black and Bold podcast. We can be found on StreamYard, Spotify, YouTube, and Apple. Um, thank you for joining today. Like. We're gonna say comment, and subscribe. Peace out.